Yeah, I got that. Good afternoon, everyone. This is just a brief kind of recap of a little bit of what took place yesterday and what we have ongoing at this time. I'll speak briefly as to the city's part. Mr. Brett Carroll, CEO of Conway Corporation, will address their part of the issue. And then County Judge Alan Dotson will address what took place out in the county yesterday. First, I'd like to thank Brett and the county judge for all the help they have given providing manpower and equipment for cleanup, as well as having his Office of Emergency Management, Sheila, document everything that's going forward. So hopefully if there is any outside assistance available, that part will all be taken care of. I'd also like to thank the CDC for working with us on a debris drop-off location, and I really can't say enough good about the employees of Conway Corporation and all that they did yesterday and continue to do. But I'd also like to brag on our city employees, starting with our dispatchers who did a tremendous job yesterday in keeping up with all the calls and keeping them in the proper order and getting them answered in a timely fashion. Our police officers, firefighters, transportation department, sanitation department, physical plant, parks department, and inspections department for all the work that you accomplished yesterday and everything you continue to do today. At this time, the intersection of Davis and Caldwell is still blocked. That is a very large tree, and it is probably going to be blocked probably well into the night and maybe even into tomorrow. The intersection of Davis and Johnson is also blocked. Clifton Street, north of Prince, and Hillcrest are still closed, but all the other streets have at least one lane open and traffic is moving in those areas. The traffic signals on Harkrider are working right now on temporary battery power. Transportation department is changing those batteries every 5 hours. The inspections department has waived all service connection fees for any power service that was damaged in the storm. Normally the city charges for that, but there will be no charge for that. They're also prioritizing those calls so that any residents or business that's been without power, when Conway Corporation restores the power to that and the meter is reset and everyone gets to inspect it, they are prioritizing those so that we can hopefully get everyone turned on it as quickly as possible. The city has a designated drop-off site that is at Central Landing. That's where the old airport was located. We have personnel out there that will direct you to where that debris is to be taken. And after the crews get finished opening all the streets, as I named off those intersections a bit back, once we get those intersections open, then the city crews will start picking up debris block by block throughout the city. It's going to take some time to do this. This is going to be a lot like the damage we had from the ice storm in 2000. But we will go block by block. If you are physically able to get the debris out of your yard and move it to the curb, that would be helpful. We will pick it up at the curb. If you have physical limitations, if you would call my office at 501-450-6110, we will do our best to give you a hand there. The Don Owens Complex and the McGee Centers are open right now. If you don't have any electricity and it's going to get hot and you need a cool place to stay, those two facilities are open. Right now, they will close at 9 p.m. unless we have some people that do not have electricity and need a place to stay to be cool, then we will leave the Owens Complex open. But that will be based on if anyone is out there needing a place to stay. At this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Brett Carroll, the CEO for Conway Corporation, and he will discuss the ongoing progress that Conway Corporation has made and continue to make. And if you have any questions at the end of this, then any of us will be glad to answer them. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Mayor. I appreciate that. Appreciate the partnership that we have with your team and the county judge. And we also have mutual aid agreements with other in-state utilities, other public power companies. The city of Bentonville is here helping us. The city of Paragould is here helping us. And we may get another city tomorrow morning if we need to. But about 5:10 yesterday, we got our call for the first outage. At the height of the storm, we had about 8,000 customers without power. As of 1 o'clock, the estimate is about 2,500 customers without power. So we're making some progress there. We do have about 50 poles that have been snapped because of the high velocity winds. There are a number of trees that have fallen down or been blown over, as the mayor alluded to. And so it takes a lot of time to get those trees out of the way, cut up and moved so we can begin to do power restoration. So our crews are working around the clock to as safely as they can and as efficiently as they can to get power restored. We understand that it is a very hot time, the hottest week of the summer thus far. We realize that, and so we're trying to get power restored just as safely and quickly as we possibly can. You know, the first question always is, well, what caused it? I think we all know the answer to that. But then the next question is when you're going to have power restored. We do not have an answer for that yet. We're still assessing. So much of it happened at night last night, and we couldn't get eyes on it until we had the daylight hours. And so we're doing that, and should have better information later today or in the morning about when power can be restored. But at this point in time, that is all that I have. Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yes, sir. We don't try to we try to get access to the distribution system as quick as we can. That's right. That's right. Well, yes, sir. Yeah. Right. 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 Hmm. Well, obviously, we won't charge you for electricity you're not using. So we won't do that for sure. Yeah, that's right. But yes, we do prioritize. We try to get as many people on as quick as we can by actions that we take. So that's kind of we focus around the hospital. We want to make sure the hospitals are open. Yes, sir, they do. They do. But when we look at those things, we try to get as many people on as quickly as we can based on our assessment of the outage management system where we see faults. But a lot of times, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. It sure is. But definitely we and I don't get into the details of that. We have an electric team that does this for a living, and so I don't tell them where to go and do that. They know where that is, and yeah, yeah, yeah. No, there's none of that. I promise you. Yeah, I promise you. Yeah, yeah. Good question though. Yeah. Okay. All right. What was your name, sir? Okay, Randy. Okay. Well, we'll work as hard as we can to get your power back on. Okay. Yeah. 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 No, sir. Not at this point. Sorry. Around the clock. Around the clock. Well, we work. They work 16-hour days. They work 16 hours, and they have to go home for 8 hours. And then after 8, they come back for 16. So it's 16 on, 8 off, and then back on again, as well as the crews that we have coming in from Bentonville and Paragould. It's bad. Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mayor and Mr. Carroll. First off, I just do want to thank you and all of your crews and employees. They just do such a marvelous job. Unfortunately, occasionally you have opportunities to demonstrate your abilities there. We thank you. We stand ready to help all of our cities. I think most of the damage, as we've seen, is in the city of Conway. I will say from the county standpoint, again, my name is Alan Dodson. I'm the county judge here. We believe we have all our county roads clear. Certainly any of the viewers, if you're aware of any blockages, let us know. And as was alluded to just a moment ago, generally we clear the roads, get the debris off to the right of way, and we'll come pick that debris up in the following days. If you have debris in the right of way anywhere in unincorporated areas of the county, if you can get that debris to the right of way, we will come pick it up. If your city needs assistance, and we've been asked by a couple cities to provide assistance, I believe we've done that thus far, and we'll continue to do that. I will say that these times are not easy. We've seen disasters in the past. One thing I think we can all agree upon, Mayor and Brett, is that we do disaster response and recovery fairly well in this country. We're so blessed to have the infrastructure that we have, certainly here in Faulkner County with our cities and our county. I will say, just a word of caution, we're coming into some extreme heat. All the viewers need to check with their family and friends and have a plan. so that if they happen to not have electricity by the time the heavy heat gets here, they need to be able to check on anyone they know who may not have electricity and make accommodations. You have time to make those arrangements now. I would urge safety with our crews out on the streets and roads. Use a little bit of extra caution and take your time when you're traveling. Try to have patience. The crews are busy, and in some cases, they're going to be really, really tired. So just use some extra caution and be careful around them. I would also like to urge caution around power lines. Don't assume that a downed line, whether broken or not, is de-energized. Just be careful. I saw some folks around last night and asked them to go back in their house. You got to be careful with lines, whether you know they're energized or not. And with that, I'll be able to be happy to take any questions. Yeah, right. So the question was about how long food will last in a refrigerator or freezer. We're not food experts here, obviously, but I would just say if you don't have electricity and you don't have a way to transfer that food, just open your refrigerator as little as possible. And I trust that the power will be back up very soon. Yeah, if you're not an electrician, don't monkey with don't hook a generator up to your house or anything like that. You're gonna get some folks hurt. So, but anyway, yeah, the more you open it, the more food that's in there frozen in the freezer, the longer the food's gonna last in the refrigerator, but really no way to give a general answer there. But it's one a lot of people are concerned with, no doubt. Any other questions? I want to thank the mayor, also the other mayors of our county who are not here today, but I know that they're dealing with their own issues. Our hearts go out to everyone affected, and I know that I really appreciate the expertise that we've seen by all the utilities, our own road crews with the county, Conway Corp, certainly Energy, City of Conway, the road and street, all those employees. We just really appreciate the effort that they're giving. Thank you.
I was remiss in mentioning something. I mentioned the city of Paragould, the city of Bentonville, but right now we have, of course, the electric department, water department, wastewater, and cable TV, telecommunications, and all of those employees are really supporting the electric department right now. So it's all hands on deck right now as we try to restore power. So I failed to mention that early on, and I wanted to mention that now. So it's they've got other jobs to do, but at this point in time, they're supporting the electric department. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that as well. Thank you.
That's all we have. Thank you for attending. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. That does not fall on us. That's why Sheila's here from the state and the judge's office. They're the ones that are documenting all that. And at that time, it would be up to Office of Emergency Management on state level as well as the governor's office to make any determination there. I understand. Well, it is going to be hot, and so everyone, please be careful and please be patient. Conway Corp and the city of Conway in the county are all working to get everything open and everything back to normal. And if you need us, call us. My office number again is 501-450-6110. Thank you for your time today.